This is actor Joe Silver. He recently got rave reviews for his work in the film The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz. You're just in time to catch his premiere performance as a panelist on What's My Line? And now let's meet this week's panel. Soupy Sales, Meredith McCrae, Joe Silver, Arlene Francis, and the host of What's My Line, Larry Blyden.
Hello, all bodies.
Hi, Larry.
Well, listen, Meredith, I haven't seen you in a while since then you had a baby.
That's right.
Congratulations. What's its name?
Her name is Allison Lee Malavy.
Allison Lee Malavy,
Yes.
Lord love us.
She's a doll.
It's a girl. How big is she now?
She's not too big. She's about a month and a half.
And she's 450 diapers old.
Joe, welcome to the
Hello, Lawrence.
welcome to the panel.
Thank you. It's good to
I
be
must
here.
tell you that we've been friends, Joe and I, for about 20 years, and we've
nobody's
even
that
worked
old.
together. And I just saw you in Duddy Kravitz about 2 weeks ago, and you are spectacular in that.
See, it was worth a buck, wasn't it?
And I never thought you were any good.
How it is, right? You stick around, you learn, right?
You stick around, you learn.
Right,
Well, listen,
right.
we got a program today that should be a couple of giggles
Okay.
and some interest for everybody. So
I'll be
why
the
should we
judge
mess
of
around? Okay. Well, our first challenger, enter and sign in, please. Edith Matchson. Where are you from?
Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. Panel? There he is.
Carried away there.
Edith Matchson is in the business of providing recreation for the public, and will show the audience what her line is. And let's begin the questioning with Soupy Sales.
Thank you. You say she provides entertainment,
For the
recreation for the public.
Right.
Well, yeah, what else? I guess a couple of billy goats, they like to dance once in a while. Edith, this thing that you do when you, are we looking for the particular recreation it is?
Yeah.
Is it done out of doors?
No.
1 down, 9 to go, Meredith.
Yes, you say it's done for the public. Then could men and women both avail themselves of your
Yes.
recreation? Is there any form of vehicle that's involved with your recreation?
No.
2 down, 8 to go, Joe.
This thing, the recreation takes place indoors then.
Yes.
Does it ever take place outdoors?
No.
Is
3
it
down,
some...
Never.
You're finished.
You're
Oh.
finished.
See
You're wiped out, Joe. That's it, kid.
I
Yeah.
asked it wrong.
Yeah.
Let's go back to where I said...
We'll be round in a minute.
All right.
Arlene?
In this recreation, do you move around?
Yes.
Do you move around in anything?
No.
It's 4 down and 6 to go,
So you're
Soupy.
finished.
We'll be there in just a minute, Joe.
when this recreation takes place, are you ever off the ground?
No.
5 down and 5 to go, Meredith.
Can we assume that you do not have to wear any particular kind of uniform when you...
Yes.
Okay. It's done indoors. Would it help us to establish where it's done?
Yes, it would.
Okay. Is it done in a building?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how you got indoors, you see.
I know. I was trying to be tricky. Is it done in a kind of a famous building in New York, since you're from Brooklyn? I mean, famous like NBC Rockefeller Plaza
Oh, no.
or the
No.
Sports...
6 down and 4 to
You're
go, Joe.
finished, right,
I'm
right.
finished.
Do you touch the people that you're involved with in the recreation?
No.
7 down, 3 to go, Arlene.
You work indoors in a building and you move around to some extent. Is there any music going when you're performing?
No music. No.
8 down and 2 to go, Soupy.
Why are we so down?
She moves
Well,
around in the
early.
performance of her duties, but that has not as much to do with the recreation as you might think. It doesn't have that much to do with the facility. Soupy? So what you're really after is the facility.
Oh.
Yeah, that's...
Soupy, you got her inside now, moving around in this facility. Now, what is the facility, Soup?
You're on.
Oh, really? I didn't know. Those short naps are great, Larry. Edith, this thing that you do, I mean, do you work for a profit-making organization?
No.
Well, we would have to say yes in a sense. Just 1 second.
See, they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah,
know what
right.
they're doing.
So we agree that there's a profit involved.
There is a profit.
Yes.
Okay.
Their profession right there.
When you do this thing in recreation, are you wearing clothes just like we're wearing now?
Yeah, we established
Okay.
that.
Yes.
You were napping,
I'll
right?
tell you this, she owns the facility. I'll give you that
She
much.
owns the facility.
How's that?
Okay. Does it ever have anything to do with diets or weight losses?
No, that's not a recreation. That's torture. Meredith?
Gosh, I was going along that line, too. I was going to ask about a gym. Oh, gosh, let's see. Do I wear my normal clothes if I come to you for the recreation?
Yes.
And you move around, but the moving around isn't important. It's where that's important,
Right.
right? I know
Right.
that it is. Is it not seasonal? In other words, it's not limited to, like, ice skating or something. It can happen all year round?
No.
Ah.
No, that's it.
That's
you were
it.
fooled by the
Ice
lady
skating?
who runs the fun house at Coney Island. You've been operating that for 27 years, haven't
right.
you? Have there been many changes in it since that time?
Not too many. Just it's a little more psychedelic and up to the times. But the props are mostly the same.
When the-
People still enjoy that kind of thing.
Do you still get the same kind of participants or audience?
yes.
Or what do you call the people in a thing like that? Spectators? What do you call them? Customers.
Customers,
Are they still generally the same age group and everything?
all ages, from 1 to 100.
Now, everybody wears slacks now. Do you still have the skirt blowing machine?
Oh,
and everything?
definitely.
What else is new in there? Anything?
Just the psychedelic colorings and things.
It
up to
really
the
sounds
present
fun.
time.
Nothing should
fun.
ever happen to the fun house, ever. You
God
should run it
forbid.
forever. Thank you for being with us on What's My Line.
Okay.
No, right over there, right by there. We'll be back with more What's My Line after this message.
This is Unisom Sleep Gels. It helps you sleep. This is Tylenol PM. It helps you sleep too. They both have the exact same amount of the exact same sleep ingredient. But Tylenol PM has added medicine for headaches, backaches, even fever. Do you have a headache? Backache? Fever? Then why take medicine for it? Take Unisom. It's a safe, non-habit-forming way to fall fast asleep.
Love your cat? Hate litter box odors? Get Super Scoop, the only scooping litter with Arm & Hammer baking soda. Clumps fast, locks in odors. Just scoop odor away. And for non-scoopers, there's Arm & Hammer Super Stop. Super Scoop and Super Stop.
I was miserable. My antacid didn't do the whole job. Then I tried Alka-Seltzer.
Only Alka-Seltzer relieves heartburn and pain and has the effervescent power to speed relief.
It made a believer out of me.
Get better relief. Get Alka-Seltzer.
Hi, Jim Palmer for The Money Store. Let's talk about your credit cards. A lot of people have 5 or 6 credit cards and they can't pay them all. Who do you pay this month? Who do you skip? It's not fun, is it? If you're a homeowner, call The Money Store. Even if you've missed a lot of payments, you may still be able to get a home equity loan and pay off all your credit cards. That's going to save you a lot of money every month. And you won't have to worry about who to pay because you just paid them all. Call The Money Store at 1-800-LOAN-YES.
The new year always causes me to ponder where my life is heading and the goals that will lead me there. I've learned that following the teachings of Jesus Christ brings me the greatest happiness. Coming here always makes me think about guidance and direction in my own life. Jesus Christ taught that He is the light of the world and that He'll guide us safely through life. That's why I'd like to share something with you. This is the Book of Mormon, another testament of Jesus Christ. You can have a free copy of this sacred book by calling this toll-free number. Its teachings go hand in hand with the Bible and will help you to know and feel closer to Jesus Christ. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints would like to send you a copy of the Book of Mormon as a gift without cost or obligation when you call this toll-free number. Reading the Book of Mormon will help you to find Him, know Him, and feel His presence in your life. Call now so you too can feel His direction throughout the new year.
Let's see if you can unscramble this. Would you like a hint? You're so good! You ought to be on a game show.
The Price is Right, part of Win TV, today at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific.
you, Chet. Listen, Edith Matchson, right? Runs a fun house.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what she said to me when she left? No. Which is the way out? Okay, we're our next challenger. Enter and sign in, please. Jeffrey Banks. Where are you from?
I'm from Washington, D.C.
Okay, panel. Jeffrey Banks is a grand prize winner in a most unusual design competition. We'll see some of his winning designs in just a minute, but first, let's show our audience what he designed. And let's start with Meredith McCrae.
Yes, Jeffrey, could I use what you designed?
Yes.
Could Soupy?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Joe.
Jeffrey, are the things that you design, can I assume, the things that you design, a wrong question, are worn by women?
Yes.
Is this something a woman would wear in walking around, the street type thing?
Yes.
Is it something she would wear that I could see when she's wearing it?
Yes.
Is it something she might wear over her dress?
Yes.
Would it be something in the family of coats, cloaks, mantles,
Yes.
that type of thing? Would it be cape-like?
No.
Drat.
2 down, 8 to go. You took it a long way, Joe. 2 down, 8 to go, Arlene.
It's something in the coat line, then. Is that correct? It's worn.
Yes.
Is it does it have anything to do with the kind of weather that one might have?
Yes.
Is it a kind of raincoat or coat to keep you warm?
Well, one of those in there.
All right. Is it a coat to keep you warm? Is it for cold weather?
Yes.
How far do I have to go with this?
Tell me what that coat is.
Oh, what that coat is?
Yeah.
It's a fur coat. Fake fur.
Fake
No.
fur.
No.
3 down and 7 to go, Soupy.
Well, it's a coat, and it keeps you warm.
Right.
You want to know what kind of coat it is?
Yeah.
Is that what? Is it a pea coat? I mean, you
Not
talk about
really.
coats.
No.
I mean,
Well, what is it made of? We're trying to find what the
oh,
coat's made
what's
of.
it made of?
Right.
Oh, sure. Why didn't I think of that? Chopped liver. No, wait a minute. No, what is it made out of? It's made of canvas.
No.
4 down and 6 to go, Meredith. Now we know it's not made of fake fur or
Well,
canvas.
I'm going to guess I think it's probably made of fur.
It is made of fur.
Now I
That's
have to
right.
guess what kind of fur?
That's right, boss.
Well, it must be real fur because Arlene guessed fake. Okay. You mean there's one specific fur? All right.
Right.
How about mink?
How about me? Jeffrey was one of 3 grand prize winners in the recent Saga Mink Design Competition organized by the Scandinavian Mink Association. I didn't know there was a Scandinavian Mink Association.
Sure. Yeah, there is.
Well, you see there, I learned something new, and it's already earlier than
big.
you think. How many entries were there?
About 375.
Now, why did they do that? What were you supposed to design that was different from the kind of coat you see?
Young furs. I'm going to Parsons School of Design, and the competition was for kids in school to design the kind of furs that they might wear.
And you win.
As well as older women.
Did you get a mink coat out of it?
No.
What did you get?
I got some money and I got my things made up.
That's
and they're going to be
terrific.
sold
That's great.
in the stores.
That's marvelous. Listen, as promised, we're going to show you Jeffrey's winning designs, as well as those of some of the other finalists. So, Lloyd, could we open the curtain, please? Excuse me.
Oh, that's heaven.
Here's Jennifer.
Here's Jennifer Wood, and she's in a totally new concept in mink. She's wearing my award-winning jacket.
You did that?
Yes.
That's terrific.
It's camel dyed black cross mink, and it's completely reversible to tweed with matching tweed pants. And this jacket was manufactured by Ben Kahn.
Very
That's
good.
terrific. Thank you, Jennifer. That's really good. I never saw a jacket like that before.
And this great coat worn by Nancy Gagorian is Natural Ranch Saga Mink, and it was designed by Carolyn Myers for AC Bang. It's elegant and glamorous, and yet it's great over pants and a sweater. The sleeves are generous and full, and it's got a fitted front bodice with a big swing back.
And how much is it?
It's expensive. I don't know. I think it's about $2,200.
That's a beautiful coat, and you don't hurt it at all, Nancy. Thank you for being here.
And here's June Murphy, and she's wearing my pea jacket. And it's casual, it's practical, it's chic. And it's toasty saga mink, and it goes over pants or over a skirt and looks marvelous anywhere.
That's a sensational idea. Is that
really
yours too?
Adorable.
Yeah, that's mine
See,
too.
Super, you were right again. Now, how much is that? Thank you.
That's about $1,500.
$1,500. That's not bad. It really isn't.
It's a lot of peas.
Who's it?
This is Anita Russell, and Anita's wearing a contemporary classic jacket with echoes of Chanel. It's horizontally styled pastel mink, and it was designed by Sheila Gell and manufactured by Michael Forst.
Okay, thank you very much, Anita. That's lovely. Those are really good. Thank you very much, Jeffrey. Congratulations. They're marvelous. We'll be back with more of What's My Line in a minute, but first...
Sometimes it's hard for him to breathe.
I used to use an inhaler to help, but recently my doctor switched me to a nebulizer.
His doctor said it would be better for him. And it's covered by Medicare. That makes life easier for us.
We found something else that makes life a lot easier. Liberty Medical.
If you use a nebulizer or inhaler to help you breathe and are covered by Medicare, Liberty Medical can make life easier for you, too.
Liberty Medical delivers all his medications right to our door.
And they bill Medicare and our insurance company. We have no upfront costs and no forms to fill out.
Now we have more time for us.
If you're 65 or older, have emphysema, chronic bronchitis, or asthma, and are covered by Medicare, call the number on your screen for more information about home delivery of nebulizers and respiratory medications from Liberty Medical.
Who wouldn't want more time for the fun things in life?
Let the cold come down, for they will warm up to this day. Quaker oatmeal is the perfect beginning to a winter morning. And do they love it? There will be signs. See, angels leave footprints and empty their bowls. Quaker oatmeal warms you heart and soul.
When you have an important audience hanging on every word, you can't let a sore throat get in the way. Introducing Tylenol Sore Throat Liquid. It coats your throat and soothes up to 4 hours. New Tylenol Sore Throat Liquid.
50 is beautiful. And to stay that way, Pro Vital Perfecting Moisturizer. It evens out skin tone with a hint of sheer color, so you're radiant, glowing. Pro Vital from Olay, proven to be why women over 50 look so wonderful.
You want drama? Watch this game show, The $100,000 Pyramid with Dick Clark, today at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, only on Game Show Network.
Oh, we're back. And listen, we're going to play Who's Who. Just before we went on the air, we picked 4 people from the studio audience, and with the team, come down now, please. 4 gentlemen this time. Okay. Now, here they are. One of these gentlemen is an auditor, one a bridal consultant, one is a jukebox mechanic, and the other is a bagel maker. All you have to do is pass out the card so that each person is holding the one which correctly states his occupation. We'll start with Soupy Sales. You have 20 seconds each. On your mark, get set, go. And that is correct. You should see him when he loses. Okay, I'm sorry, folks. Would you tell us who you are, please?
Yes, I'm David Britch, a bagel maker from Manhattan.
Okay.
I'm Stuart Greenfield, a jukebox mechanic from New York City.
Okay.
I'm Frank Ciolino, a bridal consultant from Greenville, Mississippi.
Okay.
I'm Raymond Spencer, auditor from Albany, Maryland.
Okay. Unfortunately, Soupy was a real wise guy, so you haven't won any money, but we do have a special prize for each of you. And thank you for playing Who's Who on What's My Line. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Yes, each member of the Who's Who team receives lush, plush, cotton towels and softly feminine flowers and stripes from St. Mary's fabulous Playmaker collection of Joe Namath Super Styles. Back to you, Larry.
Okay, are we back? We back. Yes, we are. Okay, it's a special feature of What's My Line now, the appearance of our mystery guests, and that means it's blindfold time panel. Are they all in place?
Yes.
Then would our mystery guest enter and sign in, please? Okay, panel, we go one question at a time. Fate's law prevails. You have about 2.5 minutes. And let's begin with Arlene Francis.
Thank you. Well, that stunning recognition must mean that you're best known for your work on television. Is that true?
Yes.
Oh, you're not well.
Soupy?
Ma'am, no, this on television is because you've been on, or you're on a series of your own?
No. Meredith?
Have you, however, been on a series regularly?
Yes.
Joe?
What are you doing with my voice?
Using it.
Are you? Sounds like it's been. Oh. Are you presently being seen on a regular basis?
Yes.
Arlene?
You almost spoke in your own voice there for a minute. Are you, have you done a lot of game shows?
Yeah.
Soupy?
Are you also a stand-up comedian? Sometimes.
Meredith?
Oh, I have an idea. Should I wait or guess?
Well, if you guess and you're wrong, you have to take your
I'm
mask
out.
off.
Oh, well, then I won't. Okay. Are you in a situation comedy series?
No.
Oh.
Joe?
Do you appear as a panelist on a game show?
Sometimes.
Arlene?
Are you associated with a new game program?
Yes.
Soupy?
Well, do you have a son who's a writer? No.
Meredith?
Are you connected with the new musical show on CBS?
No.
Joe?
Do you the work you do, does it emanate from California?
Usually.
Yes.
Usually.
Did you
Arlene?
leave? You're still there.
Arlene?
Oh, if I could hear just one more word in his real voice.
We have about 10 seconds to get it.
Is the new show going to come from California?
Yes.
Okay, time's up. Anybody got a
Is
guess?
it Tom Kennedy?
No,
Is
it's
it Nipsey
Russel.
Oh,
Right,
it is.
Arlene. Good boy. It's been a long time since anybody stumped him with anything that simple. That's
Yeah.
really
Boy,
good.
that's a good
The
boy.
new show is on this network at 7:30 on Friday nights. It's
What is
called
it?
Masquerade Party.
And you're going to be on it regularly?
Yes, sirree.
That's about time, folks.
Yeah.
That's terrific. This man's one of the best panelists going.
Thank
Really
you.
is.
Indeed. And of course, I'll be with Odino on 6 specials.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yes.
That's good. That pays a lot of rent.
Yes, sir. And buys a few lunch boxes.
Listen,
Yes, sir.
I would like to ask you if you have come here today just willy-nilly, or if you have brought us a poem.
By chance, I have brought you a poem.
Oh, saints preserve us. Lay it on.
Hurricanes are named after women because they work on the very same plan. Start up over nothing, make a whole lot of noise, and can't be controlled by man.
did you get the idea for those?
It's come right out of my head.
Well, that's a good place for them to come from, I must say. Listen, are you going to be appearing live in New York at any time, or would you like to? Or would you rather do just what you're doing, working on television shows and being a huge hit?
Well, as you would know more than anyone here, television has, nightclubs have gone to theater in the round, and that's what I've been doing. I've been on tour with Connie Stevens and Joey Heatherton, and we've been working all of the Hyannis area. We were working in Ohio in theater in the round, and I'd like to do some of that. I'm coming into Nanuet with Ella Fitzgerald. That alone is worth the job.
Oh, that's sensational.
Yes.
We'll see you there then. Nipsey, thank you for coming on the show. Good luck at the masquerade party. See you soon. We'll be back with more What's My Line after this message.
What's it take to be a Hollywood player?
Steven, Booby, it's 15 mil or no deal. Hey, kid, you call that a smoothie? My dog eats better than that. Hey, I gotta call you back. It's time.
What's it take to be a Hollywood player? Simple. Just play the game. Hollywood Showdown, weeknights 8 Eastern on Game Show Network.
Hey, watch the cuticles. Kid, you got an agent?
I need you to find these people now.
Okay, boys. Release the hounds.
Someone's been here.
Searching for someone at your car insurance company after dark? At Geico Direct, we're here 24 hours a day. In fact, one 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Just because a glass and surface cleaner is blue like Windex doesn't mean it cleans glass as well as Windex, because only Windex is specially formulated with ammonia D. It leaves a beautiful streak-free shine just about anyone can appreciate. Windex, the best on glass, from S.C. Johnson Wax.
I will not be afraid of the dark.
I will not feel guilty leaving my dog alone.
I will feel better about my dad living by himself.
I will know my children are safe.
I will go on vacation and finally be able to relax!
ADT's advanced technology and skilled professionals help more people feel safe in more ways than any other security company. Call now and get ADT's sophisticated burglary system installed for as little as $99. You could also save up to 20% off your basic homeowner's insurance.
I will live my life.
My life.
My life.
On my terms!
Call now and get the ADT burglary system from $99 installed, plus up to 20% off homeowner's insurance. Get the power of ADT.
Check it out. Up next, the fabulous prizes can be yours on Win TV, featuring The Price is Right, followed by the $100,000 Pyramid and The Family Feud.
Super, you've worked in clubs, as Nipsey has, and you've been, wildly successful in them. What would you say, because I really don't know anything about that, what's the main thing you have to be able to do to have a club act?
Well, you're talking about club act?
Yeah,
well,
what makes up a club act? How do you do it?
It takes a long, long time.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of work and a lot of practice. You have to know how to edit, because everybody likes what they say, but it doesn't work all the time. So you have to know when to cut and when not to. And it's not easy, because they come there drinking and carrying on, and they can come up and get you.
I know. That must be the toughest work in the world. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you.
Ever see the look on someone's face who's just won $100,000? You want drama? Watch this game show, the $100,000 Pyramid with Dick Clark, today at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, only on Game Show Network. It's time to register to play our interactive game shows. Call 1-800-537-GAME. It's fast, it's fun, and it's free. You only have to register once to play forever on Game Show Network.